Well, welcome to the channel today. I want to share 5 things to start you off on financial freedom and financial success. And here is the first one. If you are just kind of starting off on this journey, or maybe you're not starting off on this journey, maybe you've been doing this for a while, here's something I encourage you to do. This is key. And I think we probably all need to do this from time to time just to validate. But if you haven't done this in a while, or perhaps you're not one of those people who keep a really close eye on your checking account, I encourage you to do this. I want you to go to your checking account on a website, and I want you to download the last 6 months, or at least the last 90 days of all the activity on your checking account, all the activity on your savings account. And I want you to put that in an Excel or Google Sheets, and I want you to go through it line by line. Yes, it's gonna suck, and yes, it's gonna take you a while. And I want you to verify every item on there. I want you to know every item on there. I want you to know what every item is. I want you to categorize every item on there. I want you to understand where every penny is going. Is this my mortgage? Is this my rent? Is this my car payments? Is this food? And I want some of it to scare you. I want you to see how much money you're spending in specific areas of your life. So there's a few things inside of that. One is understanding probably how much money you're spending on eating out, how much money you're spending on just random stuff, potentially Amazon, potentially just other little things that are just eating up a lot of your finances. And then the other thing I want you to do is to see maybe some fees that you're paying that you shouldn't have to pay. I want you to see some things that are probably coming out of your account that you don't even know are coming out of your account that you could potentially cancel. The first time I did this, I saved about $150 a month. And they were just random fees that I was not even aware of I had. I was paying people fees. I didn't even know I was paying them fees. So I started looking into them. I was like, well, what is this $20 a month? And what is that $20 a month? And what is this 20? And it just started adding up like crazy. And it just went to show me that I really didn't have a good handle on my money. And so I encourage you to do this. This is step 1. Download it, take a really good peek at what's going on in your account. The number 2 is a daily review of your checking account. But once you've got that, I would say that is just getting caught up on the activity that's on your account. And then the second one is just keeping a daily activity. Now you're caught up. So number 2, that daily activity, this is what's happening on my account. Every day I look at my account, what is going on, what money is going out, what money is coming in, how am I tracking that? What is happening on my account? Because you'd be shocked some of the randomness that happens on the account, and you can just kind of keep a quick eye on that. Call your bank, that wasn't me, or talk to your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, what in the world is going on? Where did that come from? Or, ooh, I forgot that was coming out today. So it just kind of helps you to understand what's going on. And helps you to kind of catch yourself if you're kind of getting in trouble or getting close to getting low on money. And maybe you can move money from your savings account over, or you can check yourself before you get yourself in trouble, or check your budget. And the third thing is to keep a separate track. So this is number 3. Keep separate track somewhere else of the money that's in your checking account. And I think that the older generation was really good at this. They called this balancing their checkbook. And, Gen X, Z, and younger, we are not so good at this sometimes. Sometimes we are good at this. I'm good at this. Sometimes we're not good at this because we have gotten complacent with the websites and the apps on our phones because they do that for us, right? No, they don't do that for us. They keep track of the activity that's happening in your account right at this moment. But they don't keep track of activity that's potentially not happened yet, but is in process of happening. And let me give you a really good example of this. There are times when you go onto a website and you pay for something, but it doesn't use your debit card or credit card attached to your checking account to do it. It uses a check. It actually writes a check for you. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means that potentially your bank doesn't even know about that activity for sometimes 3 to 5 days, okay? Now, if you did it with a credit card, it'll immediately say that that process is pending and it'll pull it out and so, hey, you're good to go. It knows what's going on. But if you do that, and you know, companies that are notorious for this are your car loan companies. So you've got, you know, a car loan and you go and you pay that, and it may be a big chunk of money. So this is really dangerous, right? So you may write a check for $300, $400, $500, God knows how much money. And you're looking at your checking account and you think, oh, I'm good to go. Or your spouse or someone's looking at your checking account and saying, oh, we've got all kinds of money in there, sweetie. So I went and bought X. What they don't know is that check has not hit your account yet. And now all of a sudden some $600 check hits your account 4 days later and bam, you're in trouble, okay? So that's the reason why separately you're gonna wanna really keep a detailed account of what really is available, because what's in that app and what's in that website may not be very accurate. And so you're going to want to understand this is what's in there and this is what potentially is coming out. And so you're going to want to keep that budget of, hey, I know that on the 13th and the 14th, this is planned on coming out too. And so not just a understanding of these are items that I've already spent money on, but these are items that I'm going to have to spend money on prior to my next paycheck. And that's what we call a budget, right? So that's that next item. And then we want to talk about item number 4. And item number 4 is signing up for text messages, alerts, and emails from your bank. Now, most likely, your bank has an app or has a website. God help us if they don't have a website at least. That has some kind of an alerting system, and hopefully they have it through an app. But hopefully they've got some kind of alerting system that can tell you, look, money came out of your account, money came into your account, money was transferred out of your account, something like that, to let you know that there's some kind of activity happening on your account so that they can send you a text message, some kind of an alert through the app, and so on. So I personally have that set up on my account that any activity over $1 I get alerted on. That means any activity over $1, money coming in, money going out of any kind, whether it's a check, transfer, credit, debit, it doesn't matter. Any activity of any kind, I get an email and I get a text every time. Is that a lot of text and emails? Yeah, but I want to know. I want to know what's going on. Knowledge is power in this instance, right? So we really need to know this information. It's very, very important. And so that is number 4. Get that set up so that you know what is going on in your account. It is so important, trust me on this. All right, and then number 5, remember that you've got to create that budget. You've got to. This goes back to many of these items. You have got to create that stinking budget. You've got to let yourself know, this is what's coming into my account. This is what's going out of my account every single day, every single week. Because there are so many items that we've all set up to automatically come out of our accounts. We've all set these up to just happen. And when we are running low on money on a specific date, and all of a sudden, boom, something comes out, it sends us into a tailspin. And let's be honest, the majority of America is running paycheck to paycheck. Now, we're gonna work hard on this channel to get ourselves out of that cycle, because we have no business living in that area of our lives. And so we're gonna work hard to get ourselves out of that cycle. But until we get out of that cycle, you better be running really close on that budget and understanding where you're at. Where am I at? Where is my money at? It's important. It's so very, very, very important. And if you don't have a budgeting system, I encourage you to find them. There's a million of them online. I gotta be honest with you, I don't like most of them. I just don't. I have created my own in Excel because it's just something I'm comfortable with. I understand when things are coming out. It's very visual. I'm a very visual person. I have it set up week by week because I know when my money's coming in. I know when my money's going out. I see when things, what every date things are due. And it's very easy for me to see. I've got it broken up by this is my housing, this is the life, this is the money I spend. And I've got that all just set up just to really keep me focused on what's going on and understanding what's happening the following week, and being able to visually see it all step by step is very helpful to me. Now, if you would like access to that, just throw something in the comments. Let me know. I'd be happy to send that to you free of charge. I've got not making any money on this, guys. This is not my point. And so I'd be happy to send you a copy of that spreadsheet just to make it simple for you and help you out. All right. 5 things that we learned today that are going to help us on our path to financial freedom. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to take 6 months of our checking account. We're going to dig in. We're going to look at it. We're going to figure out, what am I spending my money on? Where is my money going? Where can I save money on? We're going to do our best to feel guilty about what we're spending our money on. Where is my money going? Why am I spending so much money on Amazon? Why? I probably should feel guilty about that. All right, number 2, we're going to take a daily review of our checking account. What am I doing? Where's the money going? When's it coming in? I'm going to keep a close eye on that every day. That's just part of my routine every day. What else is part of your routine? Get up in the morning, you drink coffee. Fantastic. Look at that app. Pay attention to it. It's going to save you a lot of heartache. The number 3 thing we're going to do, number 3, we're going to keep a separate track of what's going on in our checking account. We're going to balance our checkbook. Old school, balance our checkbook. And you can keep that right in your budget that you're also keeping. And you can keep that right down in the bottom or wherever you want to keep it, that says how much money is in your checking account, where the money's going, how is it going out, how's it going in. I don't care how you do it, but you're going to keep track of that. And there's apps to do that all over the place. Remember, if I've thought about it, someone's already made an app for it. I'm really not that much of a genius. All right. And the 4th thing we are going to do is we are going to sign up for alerts from our bank or our credit union to send us an alert every time money goes out, money comes in. We want to know what's going on, right? We want to know if somebody is spending money on our account. It's not us. We want to know when we're spending money on our account, just as a reminder, just in case you took that Ambien and you went shopping on Amazon, girl. You want to remember. So you want to know these things. You want that reminder. And there's also a lot of times they have a minimum balance reminder. So get that set up as well. And then the 5th thing we're going to do, and this is so important, guys, create that budget. Now that you've minimized the money waste, now that you have set up those reminders about your balances and all this stuff, make sure you have that budget. That budget is a foundation of financial success. And again, if you want to go out online and find budget software, they are everywhere. And if you don't have one, let me know. I hope that this helps you. I hope these 5 tips can be implemented in your life, and they can give you a little freedom and a little bit of hope and maybe a little bit of joy back in your life. Take care of yourself and make this a family thing, that you're going to have financial freedom and build some wealth in your family.